Hello, folks. I wanted to do some Q&A. I continue to get questions. You're more than welcome to send them in, and I will make every attempt to answer every serious question. We're going to do in a series here. I've collected a number of them. Number one is, can I stretch my OMAD eating window out? If so, how far? Of course you can. You're eating, you're intermittent fasting. OMAD is just intermittent fasting. So it can be a normal sit-down meal like when I started to do. Or when I started, I knew that I would always abuse the system. And that's the only danger that you will ever face in having an eating window of any length of time is you have to ask yourself, will I cheat the window? Will I be able to eat in that window more than my allotted calories? Now, if the answer is no, or if it's not an issue for you, then that's fine. But if it is, then you have to shorten your window. So my window is an hour or less, or was. Now that I'm working out, it's about 6 hours. I let myself eat whatever within about 6 or so hours. But that's up to you, and it depends on your personality. It depends on your goals. Some people are such that they're not a type of person who opens the floodgate when they start eating. They have to just binge. Bingers have to do a one-time thing. You only eat once. You only eat in one controlled portion, and you're done. That helps some people, but other people, they're not wired that way. So they can, and sometimes they can't even eat enough. So what they have to do is go through and get nibble throughout their window. And your window can be all the way till, I don't know, 10 hours. After that, you're pretty much just eating all day, I think. So I wouldn't do it longer than that. Number two, can I eat at nights? Yes, you can. It is nonsense, the idea that you can't eat at nights. It's simply patently false, the idea that you can't eat at night. You'll still lose weight. It's based on your running daily caloric total. Here's one advantage, though, of eating not at night. And one is you tend to sleep better if you're like me and a lot of others. But the other thing is you burn a lot of fat at night, and it's nice to be unconscious when that happens so that you're not facing any sort of difficulties. Number three, if I come off keto or Atkins, will I gain weight? If you were doing OMAD, but you were doing keto because you were always afraid, like so many people told you, if you ate carbs that you're going to gain weight. What if I come off that and I'm still eating OMAD? No, you're not going to gain any appreciable amount of weight. You're still going to keep losing. Sometimes it will be better for you if you eat keto, depending on how well you respond to that. Me, I tend not to do as well, so I do a little bit higher or average carb rather than a very low carb. But again, that depends on who you are. There's nothing wrong with that, folks. If you want to eat your OMAD, vegan or paleo, it doesn't matter. That's the beauty. You don't have to care about that anymore. Whereas people who are playing the dieting game are hunting for the best eating routine. I think we all do that to a big degree, but you don't have to care about that. You don't have to care about that. Eat the way you feel best and the way time goes by fastest. Eat the way you feel best and the way time goes by fastest. What do I mean by that? I mean, as you eat, you want to be able to focus on other things in the day that are not food related. That's how you know you're doing well. You feel good and time goes by fast because if you're hungry, you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, how much more of this can I endure? You don't want to feel that way. That means you're not fat adapted. You're not in your zone, and that's no good. Do you worry about gaining your weight back? No, and I just did a maintenance video. I'll forego elaborating much more on this. No, I don't, because for the same reason you guys don't. You have the tools. Once you learn OMAD and you've been doing it a month or two, you have the tools to keep doing it. 3 months, 4 months, definitely. You know yourself a lot more than you realize, and you start to realize that the tools you have from struggling with OMAD are the things that allow you to succeed. Number 5, do you work out before or after your OMAD meal? Now that I work out very hard and I've enjoyed putting on more muscle than I've had in years, I really enjoy eating the meal after the workout when I'm worn down. But here's the thing, I can do both. My body is very well adapted now. I eat in a 6-hour eating window, I think, as I just mentioned. Number 6, will OMAD cause hair loss? This is one of those questions that I get from various groups, particularly ladies that have struggled with hair loss. Hair loss comes from a hormone imbalance or malnutrition, which brings on a hormone imbalance, or vice versa. It has to do with the way you are equipped. A lot of people struggle with this. A lot of ladies have conditions that will cause that. Or sometimes like those with PCOS will run into too much hair in certain other areas that they don't want. Because of lack of estrogen and too much androgen and too much testosterone. Sometimes they will lose hair on their heads because of other hormonal reasons. But that's not going to come from OMAD. OMAD is, if you're getting your nutrients, which you will be if you are just smart about it at all, you're going to be fine. It's not going to cause hair loss. That comes from the idea that OMAD is a concentration camp diet. Ooh, you're restricting calories, you're causing murder, and it's completely stupid. Number 7, and we'll cap off for today, is milk okay with OMAD during the losing phase? Yes. Matter of fact, when I went from 225 pounds down to 185, I was doing a milk, one Oak Farms milk, about 10 ounces or whatever it is, 14 ounces at my meal. That was my beverage. Milk is a weight gaining thing, but you can still use it because it's your overall allotment. So the idea that you can't use milk is false. I have heard that said.